one seasoned and grey, the other hardened and brunette.
We are but humble travellers looking for a new life.
A curious hour to ride these roads.
Aela smelled their fear as she saw it dissipate. They had recognized her.
As I live and breathe,
Exclaimed the elder.
hair like fire and eyes of blue steel. I don't suppose that makes you Ayla of the Companions?
It does.
Aela grinned.
By your surprise, I take it you're not from Whiterun.
No, Yelka is my name, of Clan Windrider. This is Deary, my son's wife.
Aela nodded at the stone-faced woman.
We hail from Darkwater in Eastmarch. A bear took my son 2 years ago. The war has since taken 2 of his children.
Aela, suddenly understanding that hard edge in the younger woman's face, dropped from the saddle and sidled over.
Oh, I see. Refugees, then.
The old woman nodded solemnly.
The Lord of Windhelm is wrapped up in his war. His vassals reap kin and crop to feed his ambition. Well, I've given enough, I say. And so has Derry. We've ridden 2 weeks now, hoping Whiterun had maintained its sanity, but we're come to find chaos in the air and rattling roads. You're not the first to stop us.
Were you searched at the border?
Oh aye, just yesterday. They were cordial and bright, but then a whole host of them descended on us in the night. And they were whipped up in some foul fury then, hounds baying, searching us thrice over, and nearly drawing their weapons when the wee one ran out.
The wee one?
Burosk, out with you now. A hero is with us.
From the hooded cart came a sound of tipping boxes and rummaging cloth. Like a squirrel in a tree, a tiny face appeared at the opening. Yelka held out an arm in presentation.
Burosk Windrider, lady companion. Last living of Ingvill and Derry.
The small boy's beady eyes scanned his surroundings curiously before widening as they fell upon her. They took in her auburn hair as a tundra breeze sent it dancing over her face. They took in her bow and white steel blade. Lastly, they rested on the emblem embossed on her shoulder. Aela smiled kindly at him, but the boy was quick to retreat into the folds of the cart. The huntress took a deep breath and began to casually circle the cart.
I am sorry for your plight, and sorrier still that you've come to Whiterun at a most inopportune time. Innocent blood was spilt 3 nights ago, and suspicion is writing the news wherever it goes.
As she stepped, her senses were primed. No lie had left their lips, and she couldn't pick up any wisp of the missing girl's scent. The wood of the carriage caught her attention. A lowland cedar, less fragrant than its alpine counterpart, but the scent was no less distinct. The faintest whiff of sulphur cast her mind back to hunting in snow-slushed mulch and resting in volcanic springs. Eastmarch and the Evermist Valley, Jordanpust. As she came back around, in more than one sense, she looked at the stranger, still awkwardly adjusting himself on the back of Pebble. His eyes were down, and she had to click her tongue to get his attention. Even after his eyes met hers, it took a moment for him to pick up on the silent question. Comprehension dawning, he looked this way and that before offering her a less than subtle shake of the head. The old woman was looking between them, worry mounting when Aela continued.
Make for the western gate and stay on the road. You will be stopped again. Don't expect kindness. Make your intentions plain, as you have with me, and if anyone gives you trouble, mention my name. That should buy you civility at the very least. More, in the right company.
Oh, my thanks, madam.
One more thing. Have you passed any other carriages?
Oh, several, my lady. One was heading south. 2 groups were making their way east.